Imagine waking up one day to find your Social Security benefits slashed by 23%. What if a new law meant to help could actually make that happen faster? In today's video, we're diving into the potential dangers of the Social Security Fairness Act. Specifically, we'll explore how the bill's plan to eliminate the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, might speed up the depletion of Social Security funds, leaving millions of Americans at risk of losing crucial benefits. But it's not just about identifying problems, it's about understanding the bigger picture. We'll break down why these quick fixes may not solve the underlying funding issues and how Congress can take meaningful action to prevent a financial crisis. Stick around as we examine the full impact of these changes, the alternatives to WEP elimination, and what needs to be done to secure the future of Social Security. Welcome to Financial Area, where we simplify complex financial issues to help you stay informed. If you want to stay up to date on the latest developments that could affect your finances, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. The Social Security Fairness Act has garnered attention recently, especially due to its focus on eliminating the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP. For many Americans, this may sound like a positive step forward. After all, who doesn't want to see their Social Security benefits boosted? However, the bill's impact is far more complicated than it appears. WEP was originally put in place to prevent certain individuals from receiving higher Social Security benefits than they should, particularly those who worked in jobs not covered by Social Security but still qualify for benefits through their spouses or other sources. The provision was designed to prevent what's often called double dipping, ensuring that people with pensions from non-Social Security jobs don't receive a windfall in Social Security benefits based on their other earnings. However, eliminating WEP would essentially mean that some individuals who were previously penalized under this rule would see their benefits increase. While this may seem like a win for them, the bill doesn't address the underlying issues that are rapidly draining the Social Security trust funds. Many critics argue that while it helps a specific group of people, it doesn't fix the larger, more critical problem of Social Security's long-term solvency. In fact, removing WEP without addressing broader financial concerns could exacerbate the problem, speeding up the depletion of the trust funds, which could be entirely depleted within just a few decades. This raises the question, is this the kind of fix we need, or is it a short-term solution that ignores the bigger crisis? For those affected by WEP, the idea of a sudden increase in benefits sounds appealing, but it's crucial to recognize that this change could come at a steep cost for the system as a whole. The Social Security program is already facing significant financial strain, and while the bill aims to make things fairer for some, it doesn't provide the comprehensive solution necessary to ensure long-term sustainability. Without addressing these deeper issues, we may be setting ourselves up for even bigger problems down the line. The elimination of the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, under the Social Security Fairness Act is expected to have a significant financial impact on the Social Security trust funds, accelerating their depletion by roughly 6 months. WEP was designed to reduce the Social Security benefits of individuals who worked in jobs that were not covered by Social Security but are still eligible for benefits through other work or a spouse's earnings. By eliminating this provision, individuals who previously faced reduced benefits would now receive full Social Security benefits, potentially improving their financial security. However, this comes at a cost. The projected shortfall caused by this change, combined with other factors already putting pressure on Social Security, could hasten the exhaustion of the program's trust funds. Currently, the Social Security Administration's trustees project that the trust funds could be depleted as soon as 2033, which is just under a decade away. If that happens, Social Security will no longer be able to pay out full benefits, and recipients could face automatic cuts of up to 23%. The elimination of WEP would likely add to this urgency, draining resources faster and leaving less time for lawmakers to act before those cuts kick in. While the goal of the Fairness Act is to address perceived inequities in how Social Security benefits are distributed, it does not resolve the fundamental issue. Social Security is running out of money. This bill, by removing WEP, may help some workers in the short term, but it does little to address the fact that the program is on an unsustainable path. One of the critical issues with relying on the Fairness Act is that it ignores the broader context of Social Security's financial health. The Social Security system is primarily funded by payroll taxes, but over the years, the number of workers contributing has been outpaced by the number of retirees and other beneficiaries. As the U.S. population ages, the number of people drawing Social Security benefits continues to rise, while fewer people are contributing to the system due to a variety of economic factors. The trust funds are there to cover the gap between what comes in from taxes and what needs to be paid out, but this gap is growing wider. The elimination of WEP, while beneficial for some, only exacerbates this problem by reducing the trust fund's balance without providing a sustainable way to replenish them. The real issue lies in the fact that piecemeal fixes like the Fairness Act don't address the larger structural problems that are draining the program. Each adjustment or reform, like eliminating WEP, may have its merits for certain groups of beneficiaries, but they don't create a long-term solution to the financial imbalance. Social Security's funding challenges require a comprehensive approach, one that ensures the system can continue to provide for current and future generations without facing drastic cuts or exhausting the trust fund entirely. The Fairness Act, in its current form, simply moves the deck chairs around without addressing the iceberg ahead. If these issues aren't tackled more effectively, we could see more drastic measures down the road, measures that could harm a much broader segment of the population. For the future of Social Security, comprehensive reform is urgently needed, far beyond the scope of individual bills like the Social Security Fairness Act. While the Fairness Act focuses on a relatively narrow issue, eliminating the Windfall Elimination Provision, it fails to tackle the more fundamental problem, the long-term sustainability of Social Security itself. The program's trust funds, which have been a lifeline for millions of Americans, are rapidly dwindling. And if Congress continues to rely on quick fixes instead of a broad overhaul, it could lead to significant benefit cuts or even a collapse of the system as we know it. A true solution requires lawmakers to confront the larger structural challenges of the Social Security program and come up with a plan to ensure it can continue supporting future generations. One of the proposals gaining attention is the Social Security 2100 Act, a comprehensive piece of legislation designed to secure the program's long-term future. This proposal seeks to increase funding for Social Security by gradually raising the payroll tax rate and adjusting the income cap on which taxes are levied. Essentially, higher earners would contribute more, which would help replenish the trust fund and extend its solvency. The Social Security 2100 Act also includes measures aimed at increasing benefits for current recipients, particularly low-income retirees and those who have been disproportionately impacted by inflation. By adjusting these variables, the Social Security 2100 Act hopes to close the gap between what the program pays out and what it takes in, ultimately extending the trust fund's life and ensuring that the system can provide for future generations. However, not everyone in Congress agrees on how to handle Social Security's financial troubles. Some lawmakers advocate for more drastic measures, such as cutting benefits for certain groups, raising the retirement age, or even privatizing parts of the program. These approaches, while seen by some as necessary to reduce the burden on the federal budget, would likely leave many Americans vulnerable, especially those who depend on Social Security for a significant portion of their retirement income. Others believe the solution lies in increasing taxes or adjusting the way benefits are distributed, perhaps by taxing higher earners more heavily or implementing new tax brackets. Each of these ideas has its own set of advantages and drawbacks, but one thing is clear: Congress must make tough decisions soon if the program is to survive in its current form. If Congress fails to act, the consequences will be dire. The Social Security Trust Fund is projected to be exhausted in less than a decade, which means automatic cuts will kick in, reducing benefits for millions of Americans. If these cuts occur, recipients could face reductions of up to 23% in their monthly checks, a change that would have catastrophic effects on the financial stability of retirees, disabled workers, and survivors. The impact on those who rely on Social Security as their primary source of income would be devastating, leading to a significant increase in poverty among older Americans and others who depend on the program.